In a previous video, we told you how to make $1,000 a day. Get ready, because here comes the advanced techniques on how to make $1,000 a day. Here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to introduce the idea of not sticking to just one trade, but introducing multiple setups and utilizing more than one trade. Always be testing. Always, always, always. Doesn't matter what kind of trader you are, always be testing new ideas. And the final one there, utilize swing trades as well. Very important point, talking about maybe 1, 2, 3 day even type of moves. Let's get right into it, Neil, because we're going to pick up where the last video kind of left off. And if you want, we'll link the video in the description maybe. So if you haven't seen it, go back, watch the first one first, and then come and watch this one, because we're going to pick up exactly where we left off there.
Yeah, 100%, Brendan. And where we left off was, giving a strategy which was a simple type of breakout strategy, and you can also apply that to, sort of dip buys. You get those gap situations, and you get those simple, quick scalp breaks where you're in, you're out relatively easy. Sometimes it's relatively early, so you might only be in the trade for 10 or 15 minutes. And it's just about playing the percentage. You build your account on that. And we always said, put some money away. Understand there are going to be losses, and you want to build up your book. And one of the reasons why you wanted to put money away, so that as you build up your account, you can then start taking different types of risks. So what I wanted to show you here, and we talked about taking different types of setups, is number one. And I want to use this as an example here today, because a lot of times you would see a stock which, and if I pull it back, was gapping. So you have a bit of a gap to the upside there. It closed at 81. It's gapping up to 82. It's then running up in the pre-market, and I'm kind of on purpose, gonna stop it right here at the execution for a breakout. Now, whether you would have taken a break here or get slipped and wait for an 85, a lot of times in the video we're talking about, it would be to get that quick in and out trade. Right? So if it went up to 86 or 87, you're perfectly happy with it. Or on the flip side, you might have been looking at this pullback level here at 82.50, and it's like buy in front of the dip, and then if it gives you that quick move into the high, you're getting out. All well and good. All ideas that work. Ideas that quite in fact that as I have this trade on here in the morning on the long, I would have used on other stocks. But the point about diversifying is you're like, well, why are you willing to go 85 break long and cover at 81 and lose $4? A lot of times you're trying to make this trade here, which we've done before, or have this trade here and have a tighter stop. Okay, perfectly valid. We've had those discussions in the past. And the reason why I want to now zoom all the way out and show you the entire day of what happened on Cassava Sciences is because you have to expand your horizons. What I'm not showing you, and I did this on purpose, is the daily chart of Sava, right? The last time it made a monster flush from 150 down to $100, it then had a day two $30 event. So immediately, for somebody who's able to look for bigger trades and trades that you can hold on to longer, this is going to stick out for me. So I didn't come into this stock wanting to play those patented setups like that quick little buy the dip scalp or the quick break with a tight stop. No, if I'm taking that long, I'm risking 4 to make 15 or 10 to 15. And then when it breaks down, $4 hit, your account is at a larger size, you understand you want to have more strategies, you start structuring it a little bit bigger, right? Your next setup becomes the low of the day the next day. Once that breakout fails, and all the people that wanted that long on the gap up for a retracement type trade, once that is gone, I'm now hunting for the bigger setup. And that's going to be that short, that second leg that we showed you on the daily chart there, breaking that low of the day. And it's not just about getting that initial move, it's about finding a way to hold it. Because what would have happened on a breakdown is, okay, takes them out, first little cluster, scalps them out here, there's your nice $1.50, we're happy with it, goes to 75, get the rest out. No, maybe initial out there at 75. Let it run, let it go. It even bottoms out here at 70 even. Let it bounce. Once it got all the way down to a real support level at 68, put a trailing stop in, right? So I put a trail in there and got out at 71. This is that higher level where, sure, there will be setups like this where, as we showed in the first video, where you can look at breakouts and buy the dips, all of which would have applied and would have actually worked within Sava, but this one had that larger potential when you looked at the daily chart. So we wanted to deploy the larger strategy. Again, you should always back test those, but the power of having different strategies and that type of resource is that when there is a bigger move to be had, you can then jump into the larger scale trade, but it does require the confidence, and that means you have to have a bigger book there, because when they go wrong, like you're risking $4 or $5 of gross on a trade like this, that can be 4 or 5% return to try and make these big home run hits. Arun?
Yeah, you know, as a trader, your job after you start making money is always to try and get bigger, right? You want to take more shares, more risk, make more money. That's the end goal of each and every trader. So how do you do that? Well, now say you're day trading, you're making $1,000 a day, and you're comfortable. Well, now expand your horizons a little bit. Let's trade something new. Maybe the futures. Futures is an option. How do you trade the futures? Well, slightly different from the stocks, but now you're trading the index as a whole. Now you start back testing your future strategy while you're still trading and making money on the stocks and what you know and you have developed. Now you're testing in the background, paper trading, paper accounts, whatnot. You can back test it and see if you can actually start making money in this. You're not missing out on anything except bringing yourself a brand new opportunity to make some money. So futures, here I have an opportunity for a potential long. Now, some of our videos have shown this, that, oh, maybe a breakout long would be a great trade. Why not take this 44.20 long? Right? We take this long on the futures. Let's say we test it out, and here we are. The end of the day comes, the market closes at 44.30. What do you do now? Now, this is a hybrid thing. You can either roll this trade, and you can do this as well for your day trades as well. You can roll this trade into a swing position, meaning, oh, well, I wanted to manage my way out of it, but it doesn't look like it's anywhere close to being managed out. So now let's roll this trade. And what happens? Well, you turn a day trade into a swing trade. You can expand your horizons on the same trade that got you into be a day trade. Now, all of a sudden, it's a swing trade just because of the way it's been managed, right? So you're constantly testing your strategies. And then whenever you get the opportunity to roll and you have the ability to roll your day trade into a swing trade, why not let it go and try to make some more money by making that jump? And it's a little bit more risk, yes, but then the payoff is that much more when you kind of expand your horizons in all different directions, from your symbol list to your time frames that you're willing to hold and you're willing to trade with.
So understand that the initial idea, the initial trade is going to get you to a certain point. Once we get to that certain point, we have to, as the guy said, expand our horizons. Understand as well that the market is always changing and always kind of rotating. So some ideas will work sometimes better than they sometimes might not. So we have to have multiple ideas that we're, picking from and choosing from and following and tracking, so we understand which ones are working best in the current market conditions. Tons of information there, guys. Hope you like that one on how to make $1,000 a day, the advanced edition, Miss V.
Hey guys, thank you for sharing this useful information. Dear viewers, please subscribe to this channel to see more great videos.